Grab the baby. Grab the baby. Come on. I got it. I got the baby.
All right, this police body cam video we first showed you yesterday, we're learning a little bit more about it. Officers in Yonkers, New York, teamed up with witnesses to rescue, as you just heard, a baby that was pinned underneath a car. Together, they used muscle, and you can imagine some sheer will, to lift the car off, pull the baby and its mother to safety. Joining us now, Commissioner John Mueller of the Yonkers Police Department. I dare say you're a pretty proud commissioner tonight, sir.
Leland, thank you for having me. I could not be prouder. It just, even still, just that little clip you just showed, like I've seen it a million times, I got chills.
As did all of us. We're going to show more video of the rescue here, and it highlights what police face every day on the job. I wanted to get to this issue, though. How are the mom and baby doing?
Mom and baby are still in the hospital.
Okay.
Baby had a fractured skull. Mom had a compound fracture to her leg. They're going to be okay. It's just a long road to healing, but we're monitoring that.
This is an important point, and Dan Abrams, who will have a show starting here on NewsNation in September, brought this up when we talked that at every moment, police officers get a call. They have no idea what they're going to show up to. We're going to roll this soundbite and then ask you a question on the other side.
And so I think that, that's part of being a police officer, is that uncertainty of what's happening next. It's why protocols are so important, because when officers are called to a scene, they don't know exactly what's happening. I think that the more important point, though, is that it does seem that in this current media environment that you just can't show, or we haven't seen much of, the more mundane aspects of police just doing good things for people.
Lifting a car off of people is not exactly mundane here, but here'd be the question. 8:30 in the morning, what police officer thinks he's going to show up to a DUI car crash with a baby pinned underneath it?
Yes, it is very random, is it not?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Do we understand what happened? That the person driving the car was drunk 8:30 in the morning and then crashed into a restaurant?
Yes, he hit a car and went into a tailspin. We believe he was drunk. We got a compel order for his blood, so we'll determine his blood alcohol content. But there was an open container in the car, and then he ran into the barbershop with mom and baby on the front of his hood until he eventually ends up in the back of the barbershop.
I know you've talked to these officers. Take us through sort of the play-by-play. Did they show up there from a 911 call or what? They
were actually next door getting breakfast at the bagel shop. Neither normally works the day tour, and they were just waiting for the breakfast. They heard the crash, and they went right over, and the rest of the body cam footage kind of tells the story, which really is, to Dan's point earlier, how great it is now to share these incidents with the public through body cams, because we're all just experiencing it as it's happening. So I think you're going to see, Leland, a lot more very positive body-worn camera footage. 800,000 police officers in the United States, 18,000 police agencies, 62 million 911 calls. The vast, overwhelming majority of them are going to show good, fantastic, wonderful work like you saw here.
Have you gotten a chance to talk to the officers in terms of how they're feeling? Are their backs okay after lifting up the car?
It's funny you ask. Rocco Fusco, one of the officers, he was the big guy who was actually, part of the lift team. He said, my back is screaming right now, which I would imagine it would be, because so much of this is probably predicated on adrenaline.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of help with civilians, which is another great aspect of this story. It's the civilian-police partnership where they all got together and saved this baby's life.
Oh, the baby's life, the mother's life. Thank God they were there. You alluded to this, but I feel like I have to say it obviously. It sort of highlights why efforts to defund the police, perhaps in this case, not defunding the police, saved lives.
No question. And what you're seeing across the country, Lehman, is we're going from defunding last year to refund the police, because people are recognizing you can have all kinds of different strategies and programs. But I always pose the question to people when they want to change, and we're not opposed to good reform and change. I say, okay, fine, you have those plans. What about tonight? What do I do tonight? And a lot of times those folks don't really have those answers. Yes, in a long-term strategy that has to be driven by facts and evidence and reason, we can move forward, and we always want to be better. I mean, all of us want to be better.
Right.
So the key here is to proceed methodically and thoughtfully, and not just do what we did last year. I mean, almost every single major city has seen a tremendous rise in gun violence, and they're now refunding that money they took away last summer. Mr.
Commissioner, we appreciate your time, sir. Thank you. And hopefully your officer gets a couple of beers to help with the pain in his back. I'm sure there's not there's not people at the bar who probably people are lining up to buy them for him.
Leland, I'm going to make sure to get a six-pack from me for sure.
For sure. Thank you, sir.